Cameras rolling and action.
My name is Mahendra P Lama. I come from the eastern part of India, that is Darjeeling, the Queen of Hills, the famous place for tea in the world. And I work as the Vice Chancellor of Central University of Sikkim. It's a new national university set up by the government of India. And prior to that, I work as a professor in the School of International Studies in Jawaharlal Nehru University in New Delhi for 15 years.
Great, thank you.
So with all your experiences with international relations and probably traveled to China many times as a tourist or maybe also in an official delegation, why did you want to apply for this fellowship?
Well, I applied for this fellowship primarily for two reasons. First, of course, is since I have been working on issues related to economic interactions at the border, very borders level, at a very, very peripheral level between India and China, I thought this will give me a very good opportunity to not only narrate my experience to the fellows from both India, China, and US, but also would enhance my knowledge base, information base from them about what they really think about it. Because the big question in India, of course, and also in China, is to change the national discourse on the border as a kind of which has been treated from a very, very security centric point of view. This is my first interest, of course, to come to the fellowship. My second interest is we are setting up a new university, which is going to be which we are thinking of making a kind of international university. And I think this gives us a very good opportunity to think about what are the newer courses, what are the newer trends, meet people, faculty members, scholars from all these three countries, and learn more about the institution building process. And I think I have been, to a large extent, very, very profusely benefited in the last 10 to 12 days.
In what ways?
Both in very tangible ways and to a large extent in intangible ways. Tangible ways, yes, I have been able to meet people, talk to them in a kind of very frank and forthright manner about what I wanted to know more about. And I have also been able to establish some kind of institutional linkages with the university in US, with the university in China, and of course my friends in different parts of India. Intangible, I have had very interesting narrations from my friends about what they have been doing, what their countries are up to, what kind of systems they are now trying to generate, what are the alternative discourses available in their countries, right? So
When you said friends, did you mean ICI fellows or friends?
basically ICI
Okay,
fellows.
so can we do that? Can you do that part again? Sorry. When you say friends, I think it'd be taken out of context without, So these are you call the ICI fellowship friends.
Okay, fine, yes.
Okay. That last part about the intangible part.
See, I have benefited tremendously in the last fortnight on the intangible sides also. For example, I've been very, very closely discussing with the ICI fellows about what their experiences are, what they think about their countries. I'm getting a first-hand perspective from both at the very, very macro level and at a micro level about what they think about my own country, India, and what they think about their own country, US or China, and in what way the global situations are changing. And more interestingly, we have also been able to build some kind of institutional linkages, networking, and I think this will go a long way in generating some kind of new ideas, new connectivities, new thinking across these three very, very important countries in the world.
You okay? I would like to offer you some water, but
Yeah, I see you have a banana. That's okay.
you want a banana? Are
That's
you
okay.
good?
Yeah.
So camera's rolling and action.
But as I said, you said you're a professor in international relations. You've had lots of international experience. Your passport is 3 books length. Why this fellowship? Because you have so many chances to make contact with China and Chinese colleagues.
Well, this fellowship is quite a unique fellowship. I have had a large number of fellowships in the past in going to this country or that university, right? And this fellowship is quite unique because this gives you a kind of very extended interactive space, and 2 years is not a very small it's not a small time, right, for academics. Secondly, this also gives us very intimate chances and opportunities for a very intimate exchange of views, because you have residences, right, like we are now having in New York. And third, this also gives us a very good opportunity to learn from a diverse people of fellows from diverse backgrounds. I think these are the 3 very critical aspects. So for example, if I go to a university, I will basically interact with the people from economics background, right? That's what I've been doing. The only fellowship which I attended of this nature was with the Asia Leadership Fellow Program, a kind of 5 Asians coming together in Japan. It was a very interesting one, but that was just for about 2 months, and that really did not give us any opportunity. But this really gives us, as I told you, both opportunity for doing something tangible and intangible, generate a lot of intangible actions, which could be later on converted into tangible actions for both ICIs and for people in India, China, and US.
Is there anything else you want to add, or anything else you want to say that maybe you didn't mention but that's important to you?
I have said many things.
Brilliant.
Okay. No, just checking.
No, it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Because sometimes the questions don't cover everything, so.
Okay, then let me also say about my own little bit about my background, in the sense that I come from a very right. Can I start?
Yeah.
Well, the other important aspect of my association with ICI and my fellows is I bring some kind of experience, knowledge base, and representations from afar off, from not so-called mainstream India. I did teach for a long time in a city, but I'm essentially a village man. I come from a very periphery of India, adjoining Bhutan, Nepal, China, Bangladesh, to a large extent even Myanmar. So, what I'm trying to bring to this fellowship is a story about a periphery of India. I'm not bringing the people would be able to study, would be able to read about the mainstream India from very many sources, but I think they would not be able to make anything out of what is happening in the periphery of India. And I think I have been able to convey to my friends here, narrate my friends about the stories about the peripheries in India, what periphery thinks about globalization, what periphery thinks about reforms, integration, regional integration, economic integration with China. And more importantly, I have also told my friends how periphery is affected by situation like global warming, right? The glacial erosion in the Himalayan regions, how it has started affecting the livelihood, the environment there. And I do call it's absolutely a local problem which needs to be highlighted, but requires again a global solution.
Great.
Yep.
Thank you.